What is going on, everyone? My name is Eric and you're watching the Get Me Out of Here vlog. Today I'm going to be hiking South Mountain here in Phoenix, Arizona. To be more specific, the trail I'll be hiking is the Mormon Trail via Fat Man's Pass. Now, I've hiked this once, but I've never done the entire loop. It's about, according to All Trails, a 4-mile round trip hike, but I think I'm going to be actually hiking even further than that today. South Mountain is a beautiful mountain range located on the south side of Phoenix, Arizona. It's actually within the city limits. But this is probably my favorite hike here in South Mountain. I think this is the most iconic one. Fat Man's Pass via Mormon Trail. There's a lot of really unique rock formations, some beautiful saguaro cactus that we'll see along the way. And there's a lot of other unique things as well. So I'm excited to do this today to share with you South Mountain Fat Man's Pass. I'm going to see if I can fit through Fat Man's Pass today as well. I've only done it once. I fit the last time. We'll see if I can fit today. So come with me on this journey to Fat Man's Pass here on South Mountain, Phoenix. There it is, the Mormon Trail marker. So we embark on this journey. And I gotta say, the weather today is perfect. It is early March. It's like 75 degrees Fahrenheit out. The heat really doesn't kick in until June, that 110 plus degree heat that Phoenix is known for. So right now is the perfect time of year to come down to the Valley of the Sun and explore the many trails and mountains here in the Phoenix metro area. And this is really what you can expect here as far as the terrain on the trail. The trail is very well marked. A lot of rock to grip your hiking shoes on. I've got the La Sportiva is what I recommend. That's what I use for hikes. But yeah, this is a beautiful hike. This is my favorite one that I've done so far along the South Mountain Range. And you can see just getting started on the trail, there's the parking lot down below, but wanted to show just how close to downtown Phoenix South Mountain is. You can see the Phoenix skyline straight ahead there in the distance. That's Piestewa Peak, the second highest point of the Phoenix metro area. And then of course Camelback, probably the most popular and most iconic mountain hike here in Phoenix. That is the highest peak of the Phoenix metro area, and way off in the distance there is Four Peaks. That's the highest point of Maricopa County. That's an amazing hike. I actually embarked and did that one, summited Browns Peak last fall. So definitely more of a challenge getting out there, but an amazing hike I recommend to anybody visiting Phoenix. So here we go, heading up South Mountain. So for me today, South Mountain is literally my backyard. I live in Ahwatukee, which is a neighborhood here in South Phoenix. And I just moved here a year and a half ago from Chicago, Illinois. I'm born and raised Iowa, upper Midwest, and then lived in Chicago for 9 years. I have to say, I have a lot of hikes planned for this year, this 2024 season. And I need to kick my butt. I need to get back into shape. So really, my plan is over the next several weeks is to do a lot of the more easier to access hikes here in Phoenix. South Mountain, the mountains here in North Scottsdale, and just exploring and getting prepared for some more epic hikes I have planned. Like I said, Picacho Peak is a beautiful hike that I'm planning to do in the next month, and it looks like an old volcano. It's an amazing looking mountain on the way to Tucson, Arizona. I also have planned the highest point of Texas this spring, Guadalupe Peak, and also this summer the highest point of Colorado, Mount Elbert. That's a 14,000 plus feet. So a lot of big hikes I have planned coming up this year, so I need to get in shape. And if you've been watching my channel, you know that I have the wild goal of summiting the highest point of all 50 states of the United States. I realize some of that might be a pipe dream, like Alaska. Denali, of course, one of the most challenging mountains on the planet. But I know I can get at least 40 of the 50, and I think it's good to aim high, and who knows? Who knows where this road will take me. Obviously, I have to get in a lot better shape in preparation to do something that high. That's not anywhere near on my radar right now, but I think I can realistically get at least 40 of the 50 high points of the United States. That's something I am definitely shooting for. So a lot more of those planned for this year as well. Like I said, Texas and Colorado, those are the next two that I have on my radar. Gotta love this red rock. And I know very little of geology. That's a subject I've been wanting to study up on more. In fact, I bought an Arizona geology book to be better prepared for hikes. But yeah, just beautiful hues all along South Mountain. So far, the Mormon Trail is nowhere near as challenging as Camelback, and maybe just hit about 100-foot elevation gain. So just a nice incline, nothing too steep. And as you can see, the trail is very well marked. This is a very nice trail. So I just reached the top of this first ascent. You can see the marker right there, Mormon Trail. Keep on carrying on this way. And where you see all those people hiking, that is the trail continuing up into the South Mountain Range. Now, I love going up on these rocks because this up here provides a great view of the valley. Just taking my time. You never know what's lurking in the rocks. So, like I said, it's March, and there's not a whole lot of creatures out yet, but it's starting to warm. So, rattlesnakes, definitely keeping an eye open. Look at this view. This is nowhere near the top, but if you make it this far, it's worth climbing these red rocks here and taking in the Valley of the Sun. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And this isn't even, like I said, the top of this mountain or trail, but I love any chance I can get to just stand on an outcropping like this and have an excellent view. I'll take full advantage and share it. So look at this, the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona. Absolutely beautiful. And one thing too, if you've never visited Arizona or the surrounding Sonoran Desert, one thing that really surprised me when I moved here was how green this desert really is. Now, we just had a few days of rain last week, but all it takes is a little bit of rain and the green in this desert pops. It's unbelievable. You can see this isn't all brown like you'd see in Southern California or Southern Nevada. The Sonoran Desert here in Arizona is incredibly green, vibrant, and full of life. People have left cairns to kind of help guide the way, stacking rocks on top of each other. And that's actually kind of nice. You get some shade here as well. Those aren't ancient petroglyphs carved under these stones. These are just people in modern times marking their names in some graffiti, which kind of sucks, but there it is. And yeah. Now, don't need to have cairns marked. They've got the trail sign right there, Mormon Trail. But kind of cool. I like seeing that. Hello, little chipmunk. Oh, there he goes. So the wildlife is starting to wake up here in the desert. And of course the flowers and Bees are out now too. This is really at the early end of the blooming season. The flower season starts to kick off here in the desert in early March. Here's another cool lookout point. These big rock outcroppings. Kind of feel like the Lion King. Again, downtown Phoenix, straight ahead. Piestewa Peak, the second highest peak of Phoenix. Camelback, the highest peak of Phoenix. There's Sky Harbor Airport, downtown Tempe, and Four Peaks right over there. Obviously, you can see there, Four Peaks, hence the name. Highest point of Maricopa County. So again, just love showing off these epic views of the valley. We got a lot more going. Gotta keep going up. There'll be more epic views ahead. The shade feels great, but you can see the trail gets a little steeper here as we get towards the top of this next ascent. It's really, again, the trail is so well marked that it feels great. It's not overwhelming. It's not as steep as Camelback. And just like that, you can see it rounds off a bit. We have a little bit of a flat surface for a while. So I've made it to the top of that main ascent on the Front Range, if that's what you want to call it. And here I am, just immersed in South Mountain. This is the entire, well, it's not the entire range, but this is really getting into the heart of the South Mountain Range. And you can see a lot more of these saguaro cactus are making their appearances. Again, the giant saguaro cactus is only found in the Sonoran Desert. It is found nowhere else on the planet. Truly a unique life form, and my favorite plant on the earth. I love these things. The giant saguaro, so iconic of the American West, just beautiful, and they are huge. When I moved here, I thought these things were only like 5 feet tall. These things can grow to be 40 feet tall. They are humongous. And it's just pretty mind-blowing to think they're only found in the Sonoran Desert, this part of the world. That's it. Southern Arizona and northern Sonora, Mexico. I just spotted a hummingbird perched right there. Smallest bird on the planet, the hummingbird. Native here. There he is. This is one of the reasons why I love the Fat Man's Pass Mormon Trail, because I think it's the best representative of what South Mountain really is. Look at that, the flowers are blooming. But I think that this trail really highlights the beauty of South Mountain better than any of the other trails I've done so far. You get the whole incline up the rocky part of the mountain that provides beautiful views of the entire Phoenix Valley of the Sun. There's a hawk up there. And then you get into the heart of the mountain. You see all the saguaro cactus, the Palo Verde trees, a lot of the wildlife that is iconic of the Sonoran Desert, representative of the Sonoran Desert. And you get a lot of really unique rock formations as well. And it's a great blend of inclines and straight paths, rock climbing, bouldering, And you can mountain bike this trail. This is a popular mountain bike trail. This is also one of the best jogging trails, really. That point up there is one of the best spots for views on all of South Mountain. To take you guys up there here shortly. A fallen barrel cactus. I mean, just look at this. Perfect for trail running. Well, we're getting there. At the top of this peak is one of my favorite views of the valley. See, if you want to, you can get a little bouldering in. It's great. Look at this. It's windy up here. Whew. Look at this. Just spectacular. South Mountain. And you can see the South Mountain range goes all the way down to there, and then in the shadows off in the distance, that's actually the Sierra Estrella Mountains. Now on the west side of Phoenix are the White Tank Mountains. I have never hiked either of those ranges yet. But just look at this. Cannot beat the views on a clear day like today. I'm on top of the world! Trying not to lose my hat because the wind is picking up here. It's getting gusty. Again, these views, absolutely epic up here in South Mountain. And it's crazy to think that this is in my backyard. This mountain range is in the city limits of Phoenix. We're in the city, but we're also in the wilderness, and that's one of the things I love about Phoenix. It is really windy up here. All right, here's the Mormon Trail. You can see somebody mountain biking down there as well. I'm gonna get down off this ledge and continue towards Fat Man's Pass. One thing I want to share with you guys, if you're looking for a snack that is guaranteed to rejuvenate you on the trails, I am not marketing these guys by any means, but I love these Cliff blocks. If you've ever had these, they come in lots of different flavors. It is like spinach to Popeye, the Sailor Man, is like Cliff blocks for me. These things are packed with electrolytes, and I've been in some tough spots on hikes where I just feel like water isn't enough. These things always re-energize me. It's unbelievable. So highly recommend. You can find these at REI, probably order them online, but these are something I highly recommend on any hike to help give you the electrolytes you need and rejuvenate you. They taste fantastic. They're literally gummies. They're so good. I only take 2, and that's enough. But highly recommend. I had a really tough go on Humphreys Peak last year, and these things, I think, saved my life. No joke. All right, let's go. Back at it. Here's the marker, the Mormon Trail, continuing this way. And the trail really flattens out here. I was just up there on that peak, came on down, and this is really where I think the mountain biking is some of the best. You can see the trail. There's a lot of bike treads throughout the trail up here, And the Mormon Trail isn't the only one here in South Mountain. There's dozens of trails. They all interconnect. And so if you're into mountain biking, this is one of the best places, maybe even in the United States, not just Arizona, to hit the trails. And I actually just got a mountain bike this last month. So I'm looking, I'm totally new to mountain biking, but looking to get more into that and sharing some mountain biking videos on this as well. It's been a long time. I used to road bike a lot when I first started this channel. So I used to do a lot of road biking videos, but mountain biking, that's something I'm going to be getting into here this summer. So, well, I shouldn't say summer, here this spring, because the summertime is probably the worst time to mountain bike here in the valley. But look forward to more, or to new mountain biking videos. There's a quail over here. This is cool. There he goes. Huh? Oh, is there a coyote?
Yeah.
Really? I see the quail. Oh, I'll keep my eyes open. I see a quail over here, so maybe the coyote was trying to get the quail. Let's see. That's another thing that surprised me about Arizona is I have seen more quail in my life here in Arizona. I think he's hiding in the brush here, but anyway. I'm not sure where the quail went. Here's another fork in the road. And this is where the Mormon Trail links up with the National Trail. So we're gonna keep taking it this way to get to Fat Man's Pass. And I think I've read online the National Trail is the longest trail system here in South Mountain. I think it goes across the entire mountain range. Which makes me think maybe that's something I should do like an entire vlog of the National Trail from the west side, or from the east side all the way to the west side. That'd be an all-day excursion, but it's something I could do. I'll think about that. Want to take a minute and just show you how far we've come. That was that epic peak I was just standing on right there, and already completely immersed in the desert here of South Mountain. It's so quiet, no sounds of the city, just the desert. Really wild. You got Phoenix, the 5th biggest city in the United States. 5th biggest city, 10th biggest metro area. And it's completely quiet here in the mountain. I love it. Hey, how's it going? Rounded the corner, and this is an even better view. Look at this. There's that peak I was just standing on. The terrain of the canyons and the gullies here carved into South Mountain. And right around the corner, just ahead, is Fat Man's Pass. Gotta love the giant saguaro. Look at that. Beautiful. And there it is, tucked between those boulders down there. That is Fat Man's Pass. Still on the National Trail, but here you can see there's a sign, Hidden Valley Trail, Fat Man's Pass. Right down here. So let's see if I can fit. It's gonna be the goal for today. It's just incredible, these giant boulders just laid against each other to create one of the most iconic passageways in all of Phoenix. There it is. Fat Man's Pass. Look how skinny that is. What do you think? You think I can do it? You think I can do it? We'll see. We'll see if I'm fat. This should be like a true test for if you have to diet. You know, not even a third of the way in the new year, 2024. So let's see if I can fit through Fat Man's Pass or if I have to diet. Continue to diet. So we'll see. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Attempting to walk and squeeze my way through Fat Man's Pass. Oh my God. Could you imagine if there was an earthquake right now? Holy cow. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. I got it. Oh, I made it through. I made it through. Look at that. So I guess that means I'm not fat, right? Is that what that means? I'm not fat. I made it through Fat Man's Pass. Hey, if I can do it, you can do it. This is incredible. Look at this. This is just eyeballing that. I never would have thought I could fit. This is slightly terrifying. Again, these boulders right here, it doesn't look like there's much holding these things up. I mean, if this fell and crushed, I mean, I would be dead in a second. I'd be crushed like a fly. Look at this. So this is the hidden trail, Fat Man's Pass. Again, one of the best trails, one of the best trail features here in maybe not even just Phoenix, all of Arizona. So I'm gonna do another POV view of just, the sun is beaming this way. So I'm gonna shine it at me this way, just to prove to you guys, I'm not turning the camera off. I'm not tricking you. I am actually able to squeeze through Fat Man's Pass. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, oh, that is terrifying. If this was California with the earthquakes they have, there's no way in hell I would be able to do this. Oh my God, thank God there, at least not to my knowledge, there's no active earthquake zones in this part of Arizona, or in maybe most of Arizona, I don't know. That is amazing. All right, I'm gonna turn this around, do another full view walking through Fat Man's Pass. Oh my gosh. This is what it looks like. Look at that. Oh, slightly terrifying. What's going on, guys? It makes me wonder, you think anybody's ever been stuck in Fat Man's Pass? These guys are attempting it now too. It is wild. I don't think this is gonna work. Man, that's amazing. So I guess that means I can go to Burger King now and have like a double Whopper. I can go to McDonald's and have a Big Mac to celebrate not being fat. I can still make it through Fat Man's Pass. Haha, success. This is so cool. Well, I'm gonna explore the boulders here, kind of take in this scenery, and then we're gonna keep heading our way down the National Trail. And I've never, this is actually, after this is new to me. I've never done anything beyond this. So I'm excited to see what lies ahead here on the South Mountain Trails. See all these boulders just leaning up against each other. Somebody, I don't know what that says. Somebody's writing their name on the side of the rock.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, I gotta go back and get my backpack.
Oh, sorry.
Oh shit, you right, man?
No.
Oh my God. Could you imagine just being stuck like this? Like seriously. What was that movie where the guy sawed his arm off? It was like based off of a true event in Utah. Was it like 120 hours or something like that? Oh. These are the things I think about when I'm in these situations. I shouldn't be thinking of things like this right now, but that's the sick thoughts that go through my head when I'm being smashed between two boulders like that. What was that movie called? It was like 128 hours or something. Anyway, so far I don't have to saw my arm off. I can actually make it through. So again, success. The Fat Man's Pass, I defeated it, I beat it today. That means I can go and have a Big Mac after this to celebrate. All right, let's continue. And if you don't have the nerve to go through Fat Man's Pass, or if you're just too fat, you know, some people are going to be, that's just the way of it. You can go above, you can go above it on these boulders. So don't worry, you don't have to fit. You can leap over it like this. So you don't even have to go through it. If you can't fit, or you're claustrophobic, that's fine. You don't have to go. You can leap over it. You can climb over Fat Man's Pass, like what I'm doing right now on these boulders. Ooh, if I can climb. There we go. The wind is picking up again. There we go. Here we are, above the massive boulder, above Fat Man's Pass. Pretty cool. And right over the edge here is the Fat Man's Pass. You shall not pass. Look at that. Oh, did it. Jump to the gap. It wasn't as hardcore. I mean, you really can't. You could fall down there, but the ledge is hanging over pretty good. But yeah, there we go. Went through and over Fat Man's Pass. To be honest, I don't know what's more terrifying, trying to squeeze through Fat Man's Pass or go underneath this massive boulder into this canyon full of, could be rattlesnakes, who knows? Look at this. Oh wow, look at this. You like climb up through the schnoz. This is wild. I think I can do this. Ooh. Ow. Hit my head. Tight. Very tight. It's kind of hard to hold a camera and do this. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Yeah, I just climbed up. Do that. Okay. Let's get on top of here and keep on rolling. Well, it's kind of nice being on top of Fat Man's Pass. Again, these boulders are pretty amazing. You can just walk around up here. It's a good spot to sit and take a break, get some water in your system, and just take in the beauty of this canyon. Look at this. There's boulders all over the place. I don't know if there's any hidden caves or anything like that out here. It almost looks like there would be, or could be. But yeah, here we are, did it. Fat Man's Pass, just taking a rest, taking in the scenery above the conquered Fat Man's Pass. And we're gonna head down here, onward, to continue the loop, and then back towards the trailhead. So this is all new territory for me. Excited to see what lies around the next bend. We're walking around the boulders, getting Fat Man's Pass right down there. All these big old boulders here, jumping the gap. That was kind of cool. Should I do that again? Things to make you go, ah. Sayonara, Fat Man's Pass. Gonna keep heading down the trail here, see where this leads. And again, this is totally new territory for me. I have no idea what lies ahead. Hopefully not a mountain lion. It's very quiet over here. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, is this the trail? Oh, that's amazing. Okay. I guess we go under this ledge. Oh, jeez. This is amazing. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. It's like an outdoor playground. Amazing. So you go under ledges, and you go through tight spaces here. at the Fat Man's Pass Trail. Look at this, amazing. You could tell the rock is so weathered when it rains. It pours here. Look at this wilderness. The Wild West, the American West. Oh, if I don't fall. That's awesome. This is an outdoor playground. I love it. Woo! Got the echo. Absolutely incredible. Not a soul in sight. This is amazing. Wow. I am in awe. This is hands down the best hike in South Mountain. One of the best hikes in Phoenix, I would say. Right now, definitely top 5 for sure best hikes you can do in the Phoenix area is the South Mountain Mormon Trail via Fat Man's Pass. Look at this. Just a massive slab of rock. Look at that. And I'm hearing a lot of bees. Bees love water. So I'm gonna stay away from that. Oh. Whew. Arizona has a lot of bees. A lot of bees. Look how green it is. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This is amazing, all the red rock. The canyon cliffs. I think the trail technically goes down there, but I'm gonna see where this leads. Absolutely amazing. And I'm really keeping a keen ear to any bee sounds, any buzzing sounds, because this is the time of year all the bees come out and they love to nest in these canyons. And Arizona does have killer bees, so people have been stung to death on some of these mountain trails, including Camelback. So just have to be aware. All right, this looks like it might be a dead end. Let's see where this leads. Go up here if I can. I think, yeah, the trail's down below. There's a dead ocotillo. See if I can get down from over here. If not, I will turn around. I think there is way down over here. Pretty awesome. All right. Perfect. I think this might lead back to the trail. Down here. There we go. Whew. That was kind of fun. Oh wow, look at this. These look like natural, like benches. Right here, look at that. It's like natural stone benches. Ugh. Just sit here and take a breather. And hopefully don't get bitten by snakes or stung by bees. Because there's a lot of holes behind me. Ooh. Look at this. Oh my God, look at these boulders. This is incredible. It's a lot more scenic, I would say, on the east side of the loop. Oh, this is terrifying. Please don't fall on my head. This is so cool. So I'm going underneath rocks. I'm sliding underneath rocks. I'm squeezing through rocks. This is as good as it gets. You really experience the canyons here, the rocky terrain here at South Mountain. I love this. Here we are at another fork in the road. This is the Hidden Valley Trail Tunnel that I just came through. And I'm going to continue to the Mormon and National Trail Junction because that is where the loop is completed. And then I head back down the Mormon Trail towards the trailhead. And here it is, back to the original fork. National Trail, that is where the loop started towards Fat Man's Pass, and we'll be jumping back on the Mormon Trail. There's that epic peak up there that I was standing at earlier. Some more mountain bikers coming through. I'm gonna head back the way I came, to the trailhead, the Mormon Trail. What's going on, guys? Look at that, there's a quail sighting right there, standing prominently on that rock. That's a bold quail, look at that. I think you just heard another quail. There he goes. Flew down the mountain. Well, getting to the final descent. Should be back to the parking lot here shortly. Just wanted to recap a few things as the sun is setting. I do recommend not hiking in the dark. Try to get back to your car before the sun sets or shortly thereafter. And it's not necessarily because of the animals. You know, there are, things you need to be aware of and wary about. That would be bees, I think would be number one. Rattlesnakes, possibly a mountain lion, although attacks from mountain lions are extremely rare, but they are out here. And of course, scorpions, tarantulas, Gila monsters, all that stuff. This is a desert wilderness, so anytime you're out here, you need to practice caution. But I would say the biggest reason to get back before the sun sets is other people. And I'm speaking from experience. I've had a few hikes here where I got back after dark, and this is the south side of Phoenix. Even though this is a vast wilderness, you're still in the city. And I've noticed a lot of homeless people tend to come into the mountain after dark. So just some shady characters that you should be wary about. I don't personally know of any attacks from homeless people or sketchy people here in the mountains, although I'm sure it's happened. So just something to be wary of. I have noticed some suspicious characters roaming around the mountain here and on the trails after dark. So just be wary. It's not something that happens all the time, but I have noticed it on multiple occasions. And there are people that just look like they're up to no good. So, if you need to pack a knife, I highly recommend pack a knife. You never know. But I don't recommend being here, at least on the north side of South Mountain, after dark, because again, a lot of the people that are homeless and beggars in the city tend to wander into the mountains at night. So something to be aware of. Here we are. I made it back to the Mormon Trailhead, back to the parking lot, and this has been just an incredible hike, a very enjoyable hike. Gotta say that I think this is one of the best hikes you can do in Phoenix, especially if you're a beginner hiker or an intermediate hiker. This isn't a very challenging hike at all, but it's a very pleasurable hike, and it gives you the full experience of South Mountain, in my opinion. I think this is the best trail to do here in South Mountain, Fat Man's Pass. It gives you the ascent here at the beginning, so you get some elevation gains, and then it takes you into the heart of South Mountain. You're immersed in the beauty of the Sonoran Desert, the saguaro cactus, the Palo Verde trees, the ocotillo plants as well. And you know, I heard and saw coyotes today, quail, a lot of wildlife that you can experience here on South Mountain. And of course, you get the uniqueness of the boulders, Fat Man's Pass, some of the cool rocks past on the east side of the loop that allowed me to it was almost like a natural obstacle course. You know, I was sliding under boulders, through tunnels. It's a lot of fun. This is a fun trail, and I can't recommend it enough. I think this is top 5 favorite trails here in Phoenix. It's up there with Camelback and with Paiestoa Peak as well, but not as challenging as those. This is a great one to take your friends out, take a date, take your family out, take your kids out. This, I think, is one of the greatest hikes you can do here in Phoenix. So thanks for joining me today. It's been a pleasure. I've got a lot more hikes planned. Like I said, this year, I want to do the high point of Texas, the high point of Colorado, Picacho Peak next week, and a lot more hikes around the valley while the weather is perfect and ideal. So with that, I've got one more place I'm going to take you to, a bit of a treat that I think fits the theme of Fat Man's Pass. So thanks for watching, everyone. My name is Eric. This is the Get Me Out of Here vlog, and it's time for me to get out of here. Thanks for watching. And I just realized that I lost my sunglasses when I was climbing around Fat Man's Pass. So yeah, it's all par for the course. Gotta lose a good pair of sunglasses every once in a while to prove the hike was epic, right? Okay, anyway, lost another pair of sunglasses. It fits the theme. I made it to Fat Man's Pass. I can indulge in some fat burger tonight. Cheers, everybody.